Hey everyone, this is Holly Knudsen, and today I want to show you how to make a link tree for Instagram. And I'll be using the Home Business Academy's amazing funnel builder. So this is just to give you an idea of one of the things you can do in the funnel builder. It's so versatile. You can create capture pages, thank you pages, sales pages, even membership sites, surveys. There's so much you can do. You can do an appointment calendar to put on your website. But today I want to show you how to do this links tree, and this is what I'll be showing you. Look how cool this is. And when I click on these, it'll take me to the link. And so you can do this instead of Linktree, which I was doing, and that's an awesome service too. But this is just a little more sophisticated looking. And so I want to show you what it looks like when you click on it. Okay, look how cool this is. There's a bunch of animation. I just love that. Okay, so let's get busy. So I log into my funnel builder and I'm going to create a new page. So here are all my funnels, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to add a new step. And there's a template in here for this, and it's the links to template. So this is what it looked like before. You have to name it. Okay, so here's what the template originally looked like. And so I turned it from this to this. Originally I put a picture on, but I don't know, it seemed too much when I was scrolling. So that's what I did, but I got rid of this picture. You can leave that there if you want. But to get started, you're going to want to go to your link tree on Instagram so you can grab your links, or if you don't have it and you're starting from scratch, get your Facebook open, your blog open, so you have access to your links. So for this, I want to change the color. So there's all these different buttons that you can press. There's edit. So this is where you can put, visit my blog, and I left that just how it was. You can also add a second line of text if you'd like, and you can add an icon, and this is what I did. So this is really fun. I actually put it at the back, meaning it was over here. It just lined up better. But click on here and you'll see all these different icons. So for instance, let's say you want a phone. You can type in phone and there you go. There's a phone. So that's just an idea. Right here is your next funnel step, meaning where do you want this link to go to? And we want it to go to an external link. And so you'll just add your URL right here, right to your website or your blog. You could put visit my website right here instead. Whatever you want. And then if you want to change the color, you're going to do the text styling, and you can change the text color. Let's say, see right there, purple. That looks pretty bad, but I'm going to change that back to white. You can change the font. I left mine on Arial, but you can do whatever you want. In the funnel builder too, by the way, you can upload your own fonts, which is really fun. Actually, I like that Tahoma. I'm going to leave it there. Now you can make it bigger. Just make sure that you know the size. So let's do 20 to make that easy to remember, because you want all these to match. Letter spacing, I don't really like that. I leave it at 0, but you can also bold it, you can italicize it, or you can underline it. Now I just like it normal, so that's what I'm going to do. So there's the different options right there. And then now we want to change the color. So I'm going to see this little edit styling button right there. You check that, and then you can change the color. And so I changed mine to pink. I mean, that's one of my brand colors. But what you're going to want to do is see this hex code right here. You're going to want to copy that because you're going to paste it into all of these. So everything is the same color, the same spacing, the same font. So that's what I'll do there. So those are the three different editing functions you can use. And this box can be moved. At first, when I started doing this, I'm like, oh, hey, what the heck? No, but you can move it here. And then you can add the padding size if you want there to be more space in between each of the boxes. You can do that. The border radius, if let's say you want, I'll just make this green so you guys can see. But you can make the border square or round. And I like mine right about there. Just make sure you remember that 7, okay? And then the border you can make bigger. So I added a gold border on mine and kept mine right about there. So just remember that, 21, 22. And then this, if you want the button to be littler, then you can not expand it. And then you can also add a gradient, which, I mean, I can't say that I love that look, but orange and green don't really jive together. So you can play around with that, and here's the various settings too, like linear, radial, and you can change the end and start color, the gradient angle. Look at that. Anyway, there's just a lot of cool things you can do. Adding a shadow is kind of fun. I mean, you can do it to where it's an outer shadow, and then you can offset it, or an inner shadow. I'm just doing these colors really exaggerated so you can see. And this opacity right here, you can change this so it's not so pronounced. See how that changes it? But you can change the horizontal offset, the vertical offset. I mean, you fiddle around with this until you get it like you like it, the spread radius. And then you can do an inner shadow too, but I'm not going to do that. I don't really love the gradient. And the border color, mine was kind of a goldish. We'll do that yellow for now. And anytime you don't like a change that you made, you can come up here and press this arrow. See how I got rid of all those changes? But I actually want the color. So now I can go to my next one and repeat that. And so let's say for this one, I want the same color. So remember how I copied that? Well, now I'm going to paste this hex code in. And that's going to be the same color as this one. I can go through, you can find your own system for doing this. But like let's just say that you want to change the color on each of these to begin with. And then just get all those even. And it takes a while to get a feel for the different editing buttons. But it's really pretty fun. I love this funnel builder. You can do so much with it, and it's $25 a month. Can you believe it? So let's do the edit styling. Again, let's get all our colors dialed in. So there we go. And now if you want to do the border, remember I think this was at 7 and this was at 2. Remember to keep those even. Actually, I'm gonna just keep this really simple for this tutorial. Oh, you can also do this hover effect. I like the slide color to right, but I did this the same color as my border. So right there, I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come up here and do the border color. So see how it's subtle, but you can change this border to, I want it a tiny bit wider than that, maybe, oh, maybe 3. And you know what? I think I might just keep that square. I'm liking that. And let's get rid of the shadow. But see, if you click there, you can access the shadow. No shadow. Okay. So now I want to change, obviously this orange does not look good. So see, there's column settings and there's block settings. So if you go here to the column setting, and I want the color white. See how that just pops out? And I can move this up and down. I want it clear to the top because I'm going to get rid of that picture. But you can change the border on this too. Like, say you want a border there. Look at that. Or the border radius. I mean, look at all the fun things you can do. I mean, you can make the border huge. You can change the radius. I didn't have a border on that because well, actually, no, I did. I did. Let's look at it. Yeah, see, I did the gold border. Got to remember how I did that. So what you're going to want to do is go to the column setting again, go to border, and then type in your color because you want to keep everything even. Do this from the get-go and it'll save you time. And then look at that. Remember to move this. See, that'll put it up and down. But this border, I'm going to make mine right about there, and I'm going to leave the radius how it is. Okay, so once you have all your links in there, now this one, then we're going to do the animation. So here's the link. So right here, if you edit it, visit my YouTube channel, and then you can add a second line of text. See, that gives you an idea of what you can do with this. Really, you guys, is an amazing tool. For 25 bucks a month, it's a no-brainer. Okay, now I can tell that that font is different. It's a different size. So I'm going to want to go in here at click text style, and remember we put the font to 20. You can go through these and double check everything too. And then I did Roboto. Okay, and this one I forgot to change the font. So remember, edit styling. And then I did Roboto. So, and make sure, see, 20. Keep it all nice and even. But you get the idea on that. Just fiddle around with all the different settings. And remember, you can put that up and down. You can do the border, you can do the shadow, you can do the icons. Now this one, I need to add the border. So remember, there's edit, where this little box comes up. There's the link, where you can add the link. There's the edit styling, which we have been going over, and I'm going to add. Remember how I added the hover color, which looked really cool? You can do that. And the border color. And make sure your radius, it was 7, is the same as before. And that is the same. Okay, so you get the idea. Okay, so we've covered these 3. Now this is just an alignment setting if you want it right or left. You can also copy the block and then paste it where you want it, and then obviously the trash can. Now the animation, this is really fun. Okay, so you select your animation, and I did fade in, but honestly, there are, look at that. There are a lot of different ones that you can do. Slide in from the top, tilt from left. And then we're going to set the duration. So I did bounce is kind of fun. Let's do bounce for that. And then you set, once you set that, you go to element delay, and only you're going to do the top one for 1 second. And then you're going to do the second one. Make sure you do the same one. Bounce, element delay, 2 seconds. And then just go down, element delay, 3 seconds. But make sure it's on bounce. And then element 4 will be 4 seconds. Make sure it's on bounce, and that's going to be 4 seconds. And then this is going to be 5. Make sure it's on bounce, element delay. Okay, so basically this is dialed in. I won't take the time to do those two because you kind of get what I'm doing. And you don't even need to add a subscribe for updates box. So there you go. That is basically the Linktree. Now all I need to do is get rid of this column. And see, there's block settings up here too. And see how these little things just slide? It's drag and drop, which is kind of cool. It's, you know, you just need to play around with it. And see, I can just get rid of that. And now if you go to this plus sign, you can add a spacer. So see, I want a spacer up there so it's not so close to the top. So I'm going to add that. See, that looks better. There's this box setting, and you see this shape divider? There's all different kinds of shape dividers. This is actually really cool. Let's say I don't want that. So see how it's straight now? But if I want to add a shape divider, I mean, I can do all these different things. Let's say I want an arrow, grunge. I don't know what that is. Curve with opacity. See, look at that. Isn't that cool? And then this is on top of it. I think that's pretty neat. So then you'll always want to save your changes, obviously, and then you're going to want to check these links. You can add a logo up here. Like, look at all these different settings. You can add an icon. You can add more text. I mean, you'll probably want to drag a text box over there and put the name of your website or your tagline or something. Anyway, fiddle around with that. You can do an image, you can do whatever you want up there. Save your changes, and then if you want to see what it looks like, then click that button there. Now look at these all populate. I actually meant to see, now look, see how it's not the same? So I would want to go back and change those to this right here. Now this is subscribe for updates. If you want to capture leads, you know, you could lead people from here to your capture page, you know, to sign up for your free gift. You can fiddle around with this line. You're also going to want to check the mobile version and see how it looks on mobile. And you can adjust things. You actually need to adjust things on the desktop, but that looks okay on mobile. So we're going to leave that there for now. But anyway, I hope you found this informative. You can do so much with HBA's Funnel Builder. Honestly, the sky is the limit. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll put a link below if you want to learn more. Thanks so much for watching.